Hello, it's me again, and what I want to do today is just go through my basic cleaning of my pipes, and maybe some of the things that I do will help you out, and maybe I'll be able to give you some tips as well. So I'm going to start with this. This is my Mario Grande sitter from him. It's a decently large size pipe. I was actually smoking this earlier today, and I'll see if you can pick up on the grain on this. This is a really nice sitter by him. I really like this pipe. It's not overly big. He makes a lot of his pipes, very large. He has a few little pits there, sand pits, but for the most part, really nice. Bird's eye that's in here, and I really enjoy this pipe, but it needs to be cleaned. It's dirty, so I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do it one-handed to give you a better view of how I handle my pipes. So first things first, when you're done, obviously let the pipe cool down, let the briar get all cool. I haven't smoked. This has probably been about 4 hours now. And normally I don't smoke my, I normally don't clean my pipes right away. I usually let them sit for a few days before I clean them. It's just me. Sometimes I think that helps adding to building the cake in the bowl in the bottom, but normally I just let them sit. I don't clean them right away. So one of the first things I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the camera down. Hopefully you can see this while I do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stem off. So I'm going to grasp it firmly, hold it, and I always twist it out. And what I'll do is I have 3 different pipe cleaners that I'll use. I have a really thick cotton one. I have a thin cotton one. These aren't cheap craft store ones. And I'll have a thin one that has these little red plastic bits in there that are tied in. I don't know if you can really see that. They're really good at scrubbing the inside and getting it really clean, and I use those. So also what I use is I use pipe sweetener. This one's made by Yellow Bowl, but I use this to clean everything. And you can use vodka, people use rum, brandy to do it. Whatever you use to clean the inside of your pipes, just make sure it's a natural substance and not any kind of chemical cleaner, because you are going to be smoking this. So what I'll do is just wipe down anything that's on the pipe. I'll take my cleaner, run it through, make sure it goes all, I go all the way around and I hit every little area with it. Hopefully you can see that. I'll also go inside the bowl, and I normally, I just kind of scrape it, not very rough, but just give it a light grazing on the inside. Empty that out. Go through the stem. Make sure that that's cleaned out well also. And as you can see, it is, from the ends, it is kind of dirty. Here's a better look at the pipe cleaner. It has, like I said, these little plastic ridges in there that definitely help cleaning the inside because it catches a lot of the grime. So after I've done that, I'll take the smaller cleaner, put a little bit on here. I'll use that and I'll go inside and just kind of twist it around. Make sure I get it all over. Now you don't have to use this. I like doing it this way. The sweetener doesn't sanitize anything, so if you really were worried about sanitizing something, I definitely would use a vodka or some kind of alcohol, brandy. You know, that would definitely kill it, kill any kind of germs or anything that was in there. I usually go inside the bowl also. I'll take a little bit more. Give it a good thorough cleaning with that. And then I'll take the larger. Just put it inside. Give it a clean little and basically, you know, that's pretty much what I do. Now, as far as the outside, if the outside gets dirty to me, I have a buffer wheel that I'll take a little bit of beeswax. There's a block of it, pure beeswax. I'll put a little bit on there and then go over the outside of my pipes with it, just to clean up the fingerprints or grease or grime or anything that's on there. And the same thing with the bit, just to kind of give it a little bit of a shine. But I also want to make some of you aware that, you know, right here, where the bit meets, this flat part here of the briar, on most pipes I've noticed, and it could be just because maybe because a lot of pipes I have are older, but even some newer ones that I've purchased, this part seems to not have a lot of wax built up on it. So what I'll do is, again, with the beeswax, I'll take my Dremel that has a small little buffer head on it, and I'll put a little wax on it, and then what I'll do is I'll go over this spot and permeate it with the wax and get the wax built up on there really nice, and make sure it gets on there really well. Because the wax also helps strengthen the briar. It'll help strengthen that. And hopefully, you know, it'll help protect it from getting, you know, chipped or cracked or broken as well. But I seem to notice a lot of manufacturers that aren't paying attention to that area, and I think it's rather important that you do that. So anyway, aside from that, basically that's pretty much all I do. If I want to, you know, I'll go and, you know, I'll take a small jar of wax, like I got this from Myron Reese. I'll take a little bit of this and put it on a rag and wipe the pipes down, and then use a cloth to buff them out and clean them. But really that's the quickest way that I take care of them, and that's about it. You know, there's really not much more to it than that. I mean, if you really want to clean it, clean out the bowl. If it's a heavily smoked pipe, you know, and you want to go the route of filling it with, you know, sea salt or kosher salt, and then putting vodka or rum in there, and trying to really clean it out so there's no ghost, especially if it's an estate pipe. You can do that, but you know, I normally don't do that unless it's, you know, one I've gotten that's kind of shady, or an eBay pipe. I just want to make sure it's sterilized. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And you know, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Take care now.